Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Fat Mascara here, Jess and Jen.
Hi,
How
welcome to
are
our
you?
podcast about beauty culture. That's right. That's the tagline, by the way. I've decided it.
Okay.
So everybody just get on board with that. Hi, how you doing?
It's really nice to see you.
Me? Thanks. It is, isn't it? I did put on some blush for you, so we're there.
I had an emergency blush situation just now.
As in, you needed more?
I needed a lot more. Also, I'm wearing this concealer that's like quite matte, and I'm not sure it's serving me.
You're serving. Don't worry.
I'm serving.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really matte. All right, but these are not real problems, guys. These are not real problems.
Oh, God, speaking of, and by the way, love to everyone in Los Angeles. We're recording this. I don't know what it's going to be like when this actually goes up and publishes, how much under control things will be there. But we're thinking about all of our beauty friends and just everybody in LA with the wildfires right now.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's craziness.
It feels weird to shift gears so dramatically, but we're hoping this will be a distraction for someone.
I do hope that. How are you doing? You've been experiencing all that New York City has to offer in the beauty world?
I've been bopping around this week. I've been bopping.
What'd you do?
I had an incredible treatment. You know, we've had a lot of, in our years in beauty, we've had a lot of treatments, some standard issue, some, there's been a lot of trends in the beauty industry, a lot of like kooky wellness trends. I never had the fish pedicure. Sad to see it, but
I had one in Thailand, but never in New York City. Yeah.
I've had all kinds of different treatments and some better than others. But did I ever tell you when I had like that weird foot weight loss treatment, like a foot weight loss bath treatment?
No, like you were meant to stick your feet in a bath that then...
It's like shout at me if you know what I'm talking about. Like I Googled it recently, see like, was that a real thing or did I like imagine it? But like, no, I went someplace and they were like, oh, it's like an ionic foot bath and it's going to bring out toxins and you're going to lose weight.
I remember they were selling those foot pads that you would put in the water and some electrolyte and you would step on it. And that was meant to like pull the toxins. And then something happened to the watercolor and that showed you, look, these are the toxins coming out.
It's similar. Yeah, it was like a picture, just a little like Medi spa foot bath kind of thing.
Oh, BS.
And this was it was down by Union Square. I'll never forget this. Anyway, fast forward. I had a treatment at Raquel, New York, which is a spa downtown. And Monica David gave me not just a facial, but she does something called an Astro facial. What's an Astro facial, you want to know? Well, she does an amazing facial. So you get the amazing facial with all the goodies, the microcurrent, the LED, all that. It's not like a classic European facial. Like she's getting in there and she's going to sculpt you with all the gadgets and the gizmos. But the part that's more emotional and much more spiritual is she does a true Astro reading. So when you put in all of your stuff for the form, like a week before, you put in your birthday and your birth time and your place of birth, and she gives you the full birth chart. So I wanted to know, how the hell did this come about? Like this just feels never experienced this. Apparently, she's always been into astrology since she was very young, like a child. So I trust this. This is not some like TikTok enthusiast. She's really interested.
She knows how to read an astral chart.
Yeah, she was like, if you really wanted to know about this, we could do this, but that's a whole. She's into it.
Okay,
and she would just talk about astrology with a lot of her clients, just sort of like when she was doing the red lights or whatever. And like, it was a slow conversation moment and it would come up naturally. And very clever of her, she's created this thing called the Astro facial. So I thought that was genius. I thought it was really entrepreneurial, but here's the other thing. She's really good because I wasn't screaming on the table saying, you got me, ooh, but she got me. It was really spot on with so many things. I've never had
who are you?
Exactly who you think
She's
I am.
A Virgo with?
The Virgo, with the rising and the moon. I have my chart, but it's very private, guys. It's very private.
Oh, all right. That's no fun. Here's why I want to know. I'm jealous because, like, I don't know when I was born, being adopted and all.
Yeah.
So I don't get to get the fancy chart.
Okay.
And you guys would be
But wait a
surprised how
second,
much this comes up in life.
But let's talk. I'm sure Monica. No. I bet you. Let's talk to Monica. I bet you this comes up with her a lot.
So some astrologists. Meanwhile, I want everybody to know I take a big grain of salt with astrology.
I know.
However, told me that they can look at other significant moments in your life and deduce the time you were born based on how they line up. Like, oh, because you had in your 23rd year this, a surgery or a car accident or whatever, you must have been born in like 10 a.m. hour when blah, blah was rising. So if I really cared, actually somebody once offered to do it for me and I was just like, I don't know. So are you like a double Virgo? Isn't this the thing like when you have a Virgo with a Virgo rising?
I'm a Libra. Okay, Virgo. I'm sure this is very interesting for it's like someone telling someone your dream, right?
Oh my God. Right now, everybody's like, get to the beauty. But I don't care. I want to hear it. And she's my friend. So everybody just has to listen in.
So my main sign, so I think your main sign is like your sun sign, I think. Sorry, Monica, if I didn't retain this. But I do have the
Welcome to our astrology podcast. Keep going.
Yeah. My main sign, so like the one that you have on a piece of jewelry or something is a Virgo.
Clearly, based on your birth date. Yes.
But my moon sign is Taurus. And then my rising sign is Libra. And everything she said was like tracking. But the thing that's interesting is when she talks about houses, and houses are like, she didn't, like, because we were only together for like an hour, so she's not going to go through everything. She pulled out things where I was like, oh, you have a lot of this in your house, or you have a lot of that in your house. Like this keeps on showing up.
Not your actual house that you live in, but your astral house?
Yeah, there's like 12 houses. So it's like the house of money, the house of intuition,
like Game
the
of
house
Thrones.
of love, like house of like kind of areas of the house of business, the house of whatever. And things that kept on coming up. And she was like, this did something, no, she didn't say, did something like this happen? Like,
meanwhile, she's got like a red LED on your cheek as she's doing this.
Yeah, she's busy. Yeah, she's extracting. She's this, she's that. But she had it all written out. It wasn't like off the cuff. So
Who wouldn't want this? It's like an hour of someone just like telling you about you while they're making you look better. It's like the most you focus. It's so like indulgent.
It's very indulgent. This is very indulgent.
Oh my God. If you're in New York City, like sign you up.
Go to her. Yeah. She's at Raquel. Her name is Monica David. But it sounds like, I don't know if she does astral readings on the side because obviously it is part of this treatment in this way. But it was really cool. I didn't leave depressed or scared or anything. I left sort of like, well, she's got my number. But also it kind of makes you get a little introspective about like, what could have happened
Feels right for the beginning of a new year too.
Yeah, very much so.
Clean out the pores, clean out the astral house. Fresh start.
Take a good look in the mirror. Do you like what you see?
We've actually reported about the haircuts, like hairstylists who are also astrologists giving you a reading or basing your cut and your treatment of your hair based on your reading. I think there was a salon in LA that was doing that, and I'm sure others. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a lot more of the incorporation of the two, just as...
I mean, the audiences often overlap, right? People who are introspective, people who are open to
paying for an hour.
Paying
self-care.
for like self-care.
Yeah.
But people who are also into like evolution and not like
evolving
not
the
like
personality.
The monkey, like,
Yeah. I was like, how's that track? No, making personal growth.
Yeah, personal growth and introspection. I thought it was really cool.
That's awesome. Meanwhile, I'm over here, the beauty treatment that I want to talk about this week. So I always get my manicures at Honey. Honey's great. If you're in Brooklyn, they have like 3 locations. I love. I always get the greatest manicure. It lasts like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I get gels. Well, I brought in a picture because I was inspired by last week's episode with Jess Jenn. She's very into nails.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to do a little something. So I brought in this picture. And the manicurist like, oh, chrome finish. And I was like, yeah, that's what I figured because it had that like kind of reflective shine. So at my particular salon, I'm in New York City, you have to pay $20 more for the chrome finish because they put on a topping, they brush the powder on, and they have to seal it. And I was like,
how long did the
fine.
whole thing take?
It's the same as a gel manicure. It took like an extra 5 minutes.
Okay.
If that. But you're paying for the fact that they have to buy the chrome toppings, the whatever. And also it's like an add-on. Maybe that's a lot of money. I don't know. But I was like, it looks so pretty on top. I want it. So I got it. I thought they looked gorgeous. Y'all, the chrome finish lasted 3 days.
Oh, no.
So the gels aren't peeling. They're great. They always give me a great manicure. But the chrome part is starting to peel off. So I was talking to a nurse at my doctor's office because she also has chrome finish. She says she thinks when you have shorter nails, it peels off sooner because the tip of the nail touches more stuff. Whereas when you have long nails, like the tips aren't. And I was like,
Right.
okay, good theory. I don't know if anybody else out there has a theory about it. But if you were considering chrome finish and you use your hands a lot like I do, I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah, they're getting banged up. All right.
I am not paying $20 again.
So how long until like can you get the chrome bit removed or no, it has to be?
That's actually a good question because it doesn't look great because you can see where it's peeling. Do you see that?
I can't really, but.
Oh, so I could probably go back and just get the chrome part removed so that it was clean again without ruining the gel. But instead, I want to complain about it to our thousands of listeners. How about that?
I get that.
Okay. Oh, before we get into news, bonus little news item, just to wrap up a conversation that we've been having and that the internet at large has been having for the past week about Pantene. Just for quick reminder, Alex Earl sent this viral thing going about like, is Pantene actually really good for your hair? And people have been saying for years, drugstore shampoos, especially Pantene, aren't because they're loaded with silicones. I ended up writing about this for The Cut, as I said I would. And I spoke to Shab Kaspara, the trichologist. I spoke to former Fat Mascara guest, Erica Douglas, aka Sister Scientist, who's worked in formulation for hair products for years. There was just this one quote I wanted to read from her because I didn't get it into my article at The Cut, but I thought this was so helpful to everybody. And basically, she debunked the myth that silicones are bad for hair. They do wash out, as both Jess and I talked about last week. She said, instead of making silicones or drugstore products the bad guys, I would rather stylists and consumers focus on finding which products works best for their hair type and needs and stop making overly generalized statements. To me, this is the equivalent of saying, I don't eat chicken from fast food restaurants because it's spicy. But the reality is that the chicken itself is not inherently spicy. It depends on how it's seasoned that determines the level of heat and spice, not where it's sold. Basically saying, just because a shampoo is sold at a drugstore does not mean it's high in silicones. And even if it were, does not mean that's bad for hair. There's just this myth that like, oh, they feel nice because they're loaded with silicones. And it's just never been proven. So I dig into that in The Cut, but I loved her chicken analogy.
People just, they say like mass generalizations that they heard somewhere else from like their hairstylist or their college roommate and it catches.
And then you keep whispering it. So, okay, should we talk about beauty news instead of your astral chart?
I mean, I thought that was quite fascinating for me and nobody else.
Let's get into it.
All right, listen, I know it was a little while ago, but I just want to say, can we just like give some props to Demi Moore for winning for The Substance?
Oh, I thought of you when she won.
Yeah. I mean,
Jess called it.
I don't know if
She's doing her best work ever.
I don't know if I called it. I think the Hollywood Foreign Press may have called it, but I mean, it's happening. Also, just like quick side note, we'll get back to the news in a second, but like, well, the news didn't start yet, but like, we'll get to the news in a second. Every woman on the red carpet that people were like, mother, like gagging, was like over 50 years old.
Oh, yeah. I saw a lot of pseudo think pieces about the year of the woman over 50.
But like, it's not untrue. Like Nicole Kidman is dying to see Baby Girl.
Women. Like, why do we have to point out everybody's age?
I don't know. I liked it. Nicole Kidman's hair was my favorite. Did you have a favorite?
At the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
Tilda Swinton. I don't know. I
was screaming.
I could just watch that woman do anything.
Yeah, she's
just
great.
Like an alien among us, I guess.
Oh, so good. So good.
Oh, who else was there that you wanted to talk about briefly? Ariana Grande, yes?
Ariana Grande was there, but she, she's been on the awards circuit for obvious reasons. Wicked. But she was also that week at the Palm Springs International Film Festival making headlines for something kind of funny that she said. She won the Rising Star Award and she thanked her good friends, Botox and Juvederm. I'm guessing that was a freebie because it was like Really just funny and off the cuff. And then she did an interview with ET after, and she said, I never thought at the age of 31, I would be hearing the words rising star again. I want to start by, thanking my friends Botox and Juvederm.
LOL.
Oh, wait, sorry. That's what she said on the stage. Okay. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, she said that on a stage as like a joke.
Yeah. But then after she was talking to ET, and she said, when the guy was talking to her about it, she goes, oh, she was doing a bit. That's what she said, was doing a bit. And then she said, as the founder of REM, her line, it's important to have transparency. She wasn't all like earnest when she said this.
This is rich.
Yeah. But you know what?
This is the same woman that like used the Vanity Fair lie detector test as proof. See, I told you I haven't had cosmetic surgery because the vanity detector fake lie detector test with zero scientific qualifications says that she wasn't lying when she said she didn't have.
I missed that. But you know what? I think she was trying to keep it light on the carpet. But then she said she was 4 years clean. See the lines. I love them.
4 years clean from using cosmetic injectables?
I think that's what she's inferring. Okay. So
right.
I don't know, maybe we have to put her back on the Vanity Fair lie detector test. But whatever it is, I did think it was kind of cute, kind of funny. And it was a cute moment. I don't know. I liked it.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be doing some campaigns for Botox or Juvederm coming up. Who knows? Okay. Jen, did you see The Idea of You this last year? Did we talk about this? The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway and my super crush,
I did. Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Gallet. Oh, please don't make me say his name. Gallet.
He's your super crush, so I think you're going to have to learn how to pronounce his name.
I know. I knew how to say it before the podcast, but now I'm all tripped up because I'm just thinking about him. Well, he's the face of Emporio Armani's new scent, Stronger With You. Not just The Idea of You, it's Stronger With You.
You're blushing.
I don't need blush.
Why are you blushing?
I don't know. I'm just a really big August Moon fan. I don't know. He is so hot in that movie. Was there a PR date for this? Like, I did not receive an invite. Did you? Were you get were you invited? Meet and greet?
No,
I'm sure
to
Garrett
Nicholas Galizzi? Is that how you say his name?
He's gorgeous. Anyway, he's going to be He-Man.
I don't know this man. So this is your new crush.
Yeah, it's 2024 new crush.
So you're going to buy Emporio Armani Stronger Than You and douse yourself in it to get closer
spray
to him.
on Jeff and just, everyone was really into Glenn Powell this year. I was like, he's nice. But for me, it's all about this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got to go check him out. Love a new Armani spokesman.
Yeah. So usually these things don't like hit my radar that hard, but
I wish everybody could see you right now. You're like, you literally are getting like middle school crush vibes. It's adorable.
He's fabulous. He was fabulous in the movie. He's going to be fabulous in He-Man. P.S. Jared Leto is allegedly, I believe, cast as Skeletor.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. I think it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. I'll be there.
He-Man. That brings back memories. Okay. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Moving on, I do want to talk about, so I don't love always responding to viral videos in the beauty world, but sometimes they open up a larger conversation, and this is one of those times. I'm not sure if you all saw this, but on
I think it's
Ye Old TikTok, a video of a bride went viral because basically what happened, her name was Lauren. I'm not going to give you her whole handle, which in fact she's private right now because she got some backlash.
Oh boy, I'm sure.
She got her makeup done for her wedding. 20 minutes before she was to go down the aisle, she washes her face and takes the makeup off because she didn't like the way that it looked. The internet, I think, rightfully called her out and basically said, wait, so you hated it, you're freaking out because it's right before your wedding, yet you have time to set up your phone camera perfectly as you wash your face. And then as she's explaining why she didn't like the makeup, too powdery, etc., she also says, can't wait to make a TikTok about this. So people are like, are you
That's so
actually upset about the makeup or trying to get a viral moment, or how upset could you be if you did this? You couldn't have cared that much if whatever. And she just reams this makeup artist without, we don't know the whole story, right? So people are just like, what? Why would you did this for the clicks?
So, well, wait, was she like a TikTok person before this, or is she just like an average citizen?
A medium-ish account. Like she's somebody who does use the medium frequently.
Okay. All right.
But I wouldn't say like a huge influencer.
Even so, I'm not excusing the behavior. Even if she was like Alex Earl, like I wouldn't, that doesn't excuse this kind of behavior. Keep going.
Right. It feels a little
Mean Girl. It's like Mean Girl.
it's a little mean girl, and I understand she was upset, but like that's not how you deal with it, which is what everybody said, including, and this is where it gets interesting, the makeup artist herself. Twirly Shears is her handle. She actually had to set up a TikTok account to respond because she didn't even have one. And she was getting really emotional, and she said, I had no idea. The woman never told me she was unhappy. They had done a trial, by the way.
Yeah.
And there were 2 things to adjust on the trial. So she had kept the 2 things she liked, the cheek and lip, adjusted some. So there it is the day of. She's assuming I did good work. We had the trial. It's slightly different than the trial. Here's what you wanted. And the woman said nothing else to her. She packed her bags and went. She wasn't there for touch-ups until she sees this 5 million views video about her work. And she was like, I wish she had told me so I could have. Like, she wanted her client to be happy. She wasn't trying to, like, make the woman look horrible on her wedding day. What was your thought, Jess, when you saw all this?
Well, the one thing I didn't know is whether or not the person was somebody who, like, kind of films and broadcasts their every step. Because that would just make me, like, understand, like, okay, this is to be expected.
I do think that was part of it, yes.
It would be very strange if your average bear just said, like, oh, I had poor customers, or in their perceived, like, poor customer service, and I'm going to, like, put this up. A few things, just, like, in no particular order. Not everything needs to be filmed. There's like, when you complain about something, whether it's like Yelp or, whatever, like there's a consequence often to your action. This is somebody's like livelihood, and maybe she didn't tag the person, but this is somebody's art. This is somebody's, like, somebody did this for you. I know it was like a business exchange, but like, it's just bad manners. And also, why wasn't there communication about this?
Thank you. That's for me. It's not bad manners. If she had told the woman didn't she want, they talked, it still didn't happen. The woman's not getting it. And it's like actually deserving a bad Yelp review.
It wasn't a violation. Like the way it's presented, it seems like it's a violation where it's like, actually, no, it's a 50-50 conversation. Like, you're supposed to have a conversation with people.
I think it speaks to a larger trend that psychologists and sociologists have noticed in the United States of America and around the world, that people are not communicating face-to-face anymore, and they are forgetting how to be humans that talk to each other. So just for some data to back that up.
Bring on the data.
Oh, yes, I will. Americans' time use study. So they've been doing this for like 20 years, like how people spend their time. So from the year 2003 to 2022, this is just men, but there's more examples. American men reduced the average hours of face-to-face socializing by about 30%. Then for unmarried Americans, the decline in face-to-face socializing was even bigger, more than 35%, meaning from 2003 to 2022, people are seeing their friends and their family less, 35% less. And then for teenagers, it was a more than 45% decrease. On top of this, I saw this British study. It was done by OnePoll, it was called. Apparently, they polled 2,000 British adults. 40% of them had gone at least 3 days without a face-to-face conversation with another human.
That doesn't surprise me. And I'm sure we could blow out this conversation.
It doesn't,
it's but yeah.
I think what's happening is a lot of people are forgetting how to talk to people.
Yeah, not even forgetting how, but like actually forgetting that it's an option. Like, there are many times where I've said to somebody, like, just pick up the phone and call them. And I think maybe even the phrase pick up the phone sounds kind of like, pick up the phone, put it against your ear. But like, this idea of solving something in real time, live.
With a human.
It's kind of scary, I think, to people, because people are used to managing the way they want to see something. Like, they want to manage the result in their way. I don't know if I'm explaining this the right way, but
but I don't think 50 years ago it was as hard, because they realized they had to use another person to be able to manage the result. Right. I think now it's like anything we want, we can go online and look it up there and never have to talk to a human. And like, you forget that that's what humans are made to do.
Right, like to collaborate.
Yeah.
And also assuming the best intentions of somebody.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it as well.
Yes.
Like, when I watched Twirly Shears' video, I don't know.
Artist,
I don't know this person, but I like that she was saying, one, she wasn't personally like, offended. I'm sure it probably wouldn't feel great, but she was like, if she wanted to wash her makeup off, she was like, that's fine. She's like, that's her money down the drain. But she's like, I would, any like professional makeup artist would work with you. And I like that she was saying she was surprised also because she's like, I'm really good for 20 years in the business reading body language. She's like, as women, we know. And I thought that was so interesting. Just like this little sidebar here that she's like, I can tell like from like, when a woman like loves the way she looks, when she's like, I like it. It's cool. No, it's cute on me.
Yeah. So this makes me think maybe it was all a ploy and that she did do the whole thing to go viral and actually didn't even hate the makeup. Am I being crazy?
I don't know. But like my point of bringing up the thing about the body language and the twirly shears perception is like, this is an emotionally intelligent person that like you can have a conversation with me. Like, I don't like this. And like, if you're working with a professional, whether it's in makeup artist or like just a friend or a colleague, I think we have to like practice and like flex that muscle. Like, how do we have these conversations that are like off Slack or off text
and maybe a little awkward?
But yeah, it's like we're so used to everything being virtual now.
Yeah. And I just thought too, if we're losing our face-to-face interactions, some of the intimacy that we get is from beauty professionals. These are some of the few face-to-face interactions we do have with our hairstylists, our manicurists, our makeup artists. Like that kind of relationship is a little bit sacred and you should nurture it and communicate with that person.
They wouldn't be in the business if they didn't want to be of service. Yeah.
Yeah, they're not. They want you to be happy. It's literally their job to make you feel good.
Yeah. So, there's a lot to take away from this example. But I will say Twirly Shears handled it with more grace and left me like with a lot to think about than I think a lot of people in her shoes might. They might just go into hiding or
or turn it into like a he said, she said catty thing. No, and she talked like a real human. I thought that was great. Yeah. But it was interesting how a small beauty viral moment just speaks to such a larger issue we've been seeing.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. You reported on this summer that NYX Cosmetics launched their own music publishing business, NYX Tape. Well, on January 9th, so last week, the first couple singles dropped from their artists. And just as a reminder, so in July, they hosted a 3-day songwriting camp with DJ Rose Gold, some Grammy Award-winning producers, and these artists, Snow the Product, Dina Ayada, Zania, Bey and Ashley Mehta. They worked on songs inspired by products. Before you freak out at the consumerism of it all, can I just play well, because my thinking was this, like traditional advertising and traditional mediums, everybody's industry is changing. Music, media, we don't know how to make money. Artists can't make money from their work anymore. What are you going to do?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they're freaking out at the consumers. I'm like, oh my God, cool. There's another place for
indie
artists.
DJ, like college rock, like, yeah, man, this is when the man gets into the music business.
I think these people are desperate to make money. They'll go on a Exxon label,
But it's almost not to make money. It's like, okay, is this how I'm getting paid for my art? So be it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe not Exxon. I'm like, wait.
Okay, can I play you my favorite one? It's called Stuck. So I guess they each got a product that they had to be inspired by. I don't know. I feel like if I was part of this exercise, I would love it. So hers was the NYX Cosmetics Face Glue Primer and Setting Spray.
Okay.
And so she made a song about it. And this is Stuck by Snow the Product.
Ooh.
Wait. I can't not bounce to it. It's so catchy. I love it.
Is this like a Jess Reacts video?
It's our new YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
I love that.
I saw a video today of Ellen DeGeneres dancing to Rihanna.
Circa what year?
Late, like 2007 or something.
Oh, not her over in London in her new house because she moved?
No. And it was like so epic.
Of her day. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why that song made you think of that, but okay.
Because my dancing kind of like gave a little.
Oh, just like.
Gave a little bit of Ellen. I was like, yeah.
Here comes a middle-aged lady getting down. Whoa. You could go, by the way, I'll put a link so you can check out all the new music that NYX Tape is dropping. But they're like proper songs. And I don't know, that Stuck Sticky one is like literally stuck in my head now. So thank you to Snow the Product.
So good.
All right. Science Corner. Let's go to Science
God.
Corner. You ready? Sorry, big vibe change shift there. Let's go to Science Corner. Okay, so
can we get stuck as like the lead-in music?
No, we have my Science Corner music.
Can we get one of the NYX artists to give us some?
Oh, we'll get a NYX artist to do new music. Okay. Let's get scientific. I don't know if you remember this. Julie and I did an episode in December. We were talking about a study from Procter & Gamble about botanical oils and how they do great things for your hair.
Yes.
Which oils do which thing. And then we, I guess rhetorically, but also just I was curious, did the top hair oils that are used in hair products and went through them. One of them was sunflower. And Julie and I know you agree with me, we're like, sunflower? When do you hear about sunflower, right? In hair products?
Not too often.
Right. So left that out there for our audience to ponder themselves. Well, this voicemail came in a week later. I haven't had a chance to play it because we've been working on some other things. But Science Corner, I'm actually giving over to a real scientist to explain it to us. Take it away.
Hi, Jess and Jen. I'm Jennifer Marsh, a researcher and product developer for Procter & Gamble's beauty brands, including herbal essences. So I work closely with colleagues at Royal Botanic Gardens Kew on looking at all the ingredient profiles and selection for our hair care products. I love listening to your Science Corner segment with Julie Wilson on botanical oils and decided to give you a call to help shed some light on the questions about sunflower oil, particularly why it's an attractive ingredient for skin and hair products and why it's widely used but seldom discussed. I'll share this perspective largely through a hair care lens rather than skin, but I think it's essentially the same reason. First of all, the reason why sunflower oil is valuable in hair care is because it contains a high level of unsaturated triglycerides, and these are important when it comes to replenishment of lipids, or in marketing terms, hair nourishment. So generally, hair contains about 5 to 10% of saturated and unsaturated lipids, which give the hair strength and flexibility. But these lipids are lost in day-to-day activities and can be replenished with regular shampoo and conditioning. But the unsaturated lipids are actually more vulnerable to loss than the saturated ones, and that's really due to their melting points and physical structure. So therefore, choosing ingredients that provide a high level of unsaturated oils can help replenish the essential lipids that hair needs most. So in Herbal Essences new products, we use camellia oil, which is pressed from seeds of the camellia plant. It grows in cooler climates than coconut or shea, for example, and therefore has a higher concentration of unsaturated triglycerides, which are well fit to both replenish lipids in the cortex or the middle of the hair shaft and smooth the cuticle surface to provide conditioning benefits. Healthy hair needs both saturated and unsaturated lipids, and that's why often you'll see combinations of ingredients in herbal essences like camellia oil and coconut oil or honey. So second, your question about why brands don't talk sunflower oil is a very good one. I can only speak for our brand and speculate on others. So with our product launch, which uses camellia oil and not sunflower, we have featured camellia oil heavily as it's used in all the new herbal essences, shampoos and conditioners. And why others don't talk about sunflower oil benefits more broadly, my best guess is that there's just more consumer interest in other natural ingredients, and poor old sunflower oil gets shoved to the back. Thanks again for talking botanical science and reading the research. I'm always happy to chat with you about anything related to hair health, hair science, hair care, or plant science. Thank you. Bye then.
Jennifer, thank you. Well done, Jennifer. I like the little herbal essences plug. I love the camellia oil. I'm into it.
Very cool that we had like a guest spot just now.
We did have a guest spot.
I have more questions about herbal essences. That's a real
Should we
American
have Jennifer
icon.
come on and answer them for you? You just want to put them out in the ether and she'll keep leaving us voicemails. Your choice.
I feel like it's an American icon.
Yeah, it is. It is indeed. Well, now we know why sunflower oil is so popular in products, and we'll keep that going. Finally, to round out the news, this was a chunky one, as Jess likes to say,
Chunky.
wasn't it? These news were chunky. I got some, I'm going to call it just positive neighborhoody news. You know how I like to end with a little quirky something, but this one's national neighborhood news here in the United States. Garnier, the hair brand, has partnered with the National Park Foundation for 2025. And through this partnership, I love this news, they're helping to fund 200,000 plus service hours through the Service Corps to protect our national parks, for people to do trail service maintenance, to do education there, clean up, all of the stuff that we need, studying botanical things. I love this. I want more beauty brands to support environmental causes like inaction in the parks and the environment in general.
We should do a day where you and I are park rangers.
Why do you want to be a park ranger?
Why not?
You want to wear one of those hats?
Yeah, I just want to get...
The hat is chic, though. It's like big. It's like, it's very, I could see it being used by a stylist
like
for
a
W
fashion
magazine.
shoot. Yeah, I see the shot right now, a really close crop with like backlit almost.
Yes. As you know, and I don't know if you know this about me, but I remember in 6th grade, we had to take the aptitude test to tell
I do know
us
this about you.
Yeah. I don't, well, maybe there's some new listeners. And since we did your freaking astral chart, they're going to have to hear this.
I'm like, move along. Okay, raise a wand. I know this.
Well, now I know your moon, sun, and all that. I can't share my anecdote.
Go on.
I was just going to say that little Jen took the aptitude test and was told to become a national park ranger. That was the career that best suited all of
your strengths.
Educating others, communication, leadership qualities. Science, and a love of the outdoors.
The only thing that's missing now is like you're indoors.
Yeah. I know. It's actually not that much of a stretch when you think about it. I can see exactly, like the questions didn't ask you love of outdoors. It was more about like, clearly it was an aptitude test. And there were a couple other careers too, but that was the top one that I got selected for. All right, we're done. My astral chart, your astral chart, my job, aptitude test. Let's go raise a wand. Okay, it is time to raise a wand here at Fat Mascara. So I had given homework last week, / just complained about something and wanted to see if the Fat Mascara listeners could help me out here. Cleaning makeup brushes. Ugh. Like, how does everybody do it? It takes too much time. The makeup never comes out. We got so many phone calls. 2 of them, I'm not going to play the whole phone call, but I just have to share this. Jessie from Minnesota.
Love the name.
This was a great... I know, Jessie, great idea. So she puts a plastic container, 1/2 inch of micellar water into the container, and then just swirls the brushes. And then she said it was a ferrule. And I was like, yeah, ferrule. So it doesn't get on the ferrule. Your hands don't get wet. And she said the water changes color, but it's coming out because like micellar water's job is to grab onto pigments and oils and dirt.
Okay.
And she said, lest you think I use the Sephora one, she uses Walgreens micellar water, which is like, yeah, because you wouldn't want to spend
your that's a good idea.
Money on that. And that's only $8.99 for like a big bottle of their micellar water. Great idea. Then a listener from an LA area code, but she didn't leave her name. She said, I find facial cleansing soap to work really well because it's formulated to wash out makeup. So she uses Purpose, which I think is so gentle. I just feel like I need some turpentine. I don't know that Purpose is going to do it as quickly as I want.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, is it too gentle? I need something like strip that.
I know. Or our listeners are just a patient people. It sounds
they might
like
be patient.
They're lovely people, yes,
that
have time to patiently
so
curl brushes. But then we got this one that was like more my speed, but I kind of wanted to hear what you have to say, Jessie and LA listener. Not that you're not my speed. I love all of our listeners. But this one's a quickie.
This one resonated with you.
Yeah. Here's Lisa from San Francisco.
Jess and Jen, it's Lisa in San Francisco. And I think the answer to washing your makeup brushes is to do it in the shower because you're already there and you can be doing it while the conditioner is penetrating your hair. And you can do it more often so that it doesn't build up as much. I just wash mine with the same shampoo I use on my head, and I just do it in my hand in the shower, and it's less onerous. I hope that works. I also live in very little space and do not have room for a dicing, chopping, blow-drying, brush cleaning device. Bye.
I'm surprised. I thought San Francisco was like laid back. And she's got the speed routine. She's like a master of efficiency. She's like, if she could do it while she was driving, she probably would. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's funny.
Blowing my mind, actually. So I was like, is this genius or is it not? But think about it. If I got a dirty brush, I lay it on the side of the shower, and then next time I take a shower, I'm in there anyway with shampoo. When do I have time? When am I not bothered about getting wet and being in the water?
I'm going to be annoying for a second. Ready?
Yeah, no. I want to hear pros and cons. Go for it.
How is the ferrule not getting like absolutely hammered by the shower? And then I was like, oh,
Let's get Lisa on the line.
This is something I could do when I like very rarely, but like do like a hair gloss or a hair mask or something. Like I'm trying to do more of those when it's like keep in for 3 minutes or 7 minutes,
That's what she's saying, like during that time, the conditioner time.
But like I guess, yeah. So it's like, it gives me a little job to do. But then I can also, this is like my own problem. I know Lake would see these on the side of the tub and they'd be like, playtime. And then
They
like
do
we're
look
back.
tempting.
They're very tempting for children, or like if you share with a partner, like they're going to
You
kick
could
them
put them
over.
up in your new shower caddy that you bought, thanks to our listeners.
Oh, the shower caddy, by the way, it's so good. It really is holding up the test of time. Thank you guys.
Do you remember the brand name again? I want to link again.
I'll show you the link. It didn't have like
okay, I'll put it in the show notes because
it was like $20 or $25.
Yeah, that was also from a listener when we gave them homework.
I have some homework too.
Yeah. All right, Lisa, I'm going to think about this. I'm going to try it.
I do like the soaking method with the micellar water. That's like, I need something.
Swirling method, yeah.
Oh, I was going to soak and then swirl.
Yeah, but then you still have to hold it upright because you don't want to lay them down in the micellar water because, again, with the feral issue. Girls getting hammered in the shower. But I like, this is like, the everything shower. Lisa's everything shower is everything.
So
I like that.
I got to scrub my body.
What else can we do in there?
I mean, like taxes. I don't know. Call a relative.
Balance my checkbook, floss my teeth.
Is there a phone? I'm sure like some people have like phones in their shower. Like I'd love to have like be able to, I guess you could just bring, I don't know. I don't advise bringing your phone into the bath or shower. Just like what else could you get done in the shower?
With that 3 minutes of a deep hair mask is like
send like a quickie voice note.
This is not your homework.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually,
so here's my homework.
What's the homework?
Okay. So I'm always amazed when like I talk to other beauty people and they talk about their kits and their collections and how much makeup they have and their storage thing. And I'm like, some of them live in like studio apartments and like, where is all this living and this organization? Because what I have going on is I have my sink and then underneath the sink, I have my skincare, which I have like a pretty good system there. It's like, they have like a Lazy Susan, I think, and like a little Amazon drawer. I think that's cool. But for the makeup, I'm talking color products. I have a very small area where that can live, which is like in a little kind of like mini cupboard underneath the sink. It's like too annoying to explain this, but basically it's a very small area. We have eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, mascaras, and
brushes. Where
the hell am I supposed to put all that with it not being just in one giant acrylic box or
just
bags?
In your makeup room?
I don't have a makeup room.
Have you seen those online?
Yes, I have.
People that have a whole room in their house dedicated to
and they have like every Anastasia palette since like 2007, like all like a library.
Okay, for people who do their makeup in the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, because you don't do your makeup in the you do your makeup in the office, right?
I keep my makeup. I have 2 of my desk drawers.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 IKEA file cabinets with a butcher block over to the top, and that's my desk.
Yeah.
And in the file cabinet, there's 2 small drawers, and that's where all my makeup is. So I sit at my desk when I do my makeup.
That makes sense. I guess, I suppose I could do my makeup in the main room, but it's like, it feels like.
Your desk is in your living room. That doesn't feel.
Yeah, I want privacy also. And I want a sink.
Ah, yes. What's everybody doing? Like, where is your makeup in your bathroom? I think a lot of people have a towel closet in their bathroom, but New Yorkers don't. Like at home at my mom's house.
I have a towel closet, but like.
In your bathroom?
Yeah, but it's filled with towels.
Okay, but how many shelves are in there? Can't we give a shelf over to makeup?
I guess. I just have so many towels.
How many towels do you have?
Home things that are in there, like, steamers and.
Oh, let me in there, Jess.
Oh my God.
In there. I will go to town and I will clear you a shelf for makeup.
We have bath towels, beach
steam
towels.
Things? What are steam things?
Like a steamer, like a mini steamer.
Yeah, okay. But this is floor to ceiling shelving in this closet? Like a whole closet?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I could get in there and get you some space. Plus, then you do the little containers, so it's more organized. You're probably not doing the quad fold on your towels that my mother taught me long ago.
Quad fold? What's a quad fold?
So after you fold it so it's long and skinny, right?
Yeah.
Now we have a long, skinny towel on the lengthwise. Instead of like folding it in thirds or folding it in half and half again, you fold in one side a quarter, leave space in the middle. And then when you fold it, it makes it so much flatter that it takes up like 6 inches less vertical space when it's
Oh, I need to see
folded.
it. You got to send me a picture.
I know, but audio doesn't serve us well for that. My mother taught me that when I was younger and it blew my mind. And I was like, oh, this is how people's laundry closets look so nice and their towels are all stacked nicely.
I want to know the quad fold.
Because sometimes like the front is higher than the back.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
no,
all
it's
uneven,
horrible.
wonky. And he's like, no. And when you open up my closet now, I'm like, oh, this is what it looks like at Bed Bath & Beyond, where they're all like
I
perfectly
need to
straight.
see the quad fold.
Oh, honey, yes. I don't even know if that's the name of it, but that's what I call it in my head whenever I do it.
So Jen's going to show us the quad fold, but that actually is a nice segue to Raise a Wand.
Wands. Yeah. Tell me everything. Yes.
So I got this package in the mail. So I want to thank the brand because I don't remember saying, send me this package. Maybe they did. And maybe they said, can we send you something? And I said, yes. I don't remember. Anyway, did you hear about this brand called Laundry Sauce? Did you get
They
this?
sent me too, and I don't know where it came from.
Yeah,
it came out of the blue.
It came out of the blue. And sometimes when people send me, this is just a note. I don't like unsolicited packages. I really don't.
Unless they're from Laundry Sauce.
Yes, exactly. I get very annoyed.
I've been loving it.
Clearly, there's a space issue going on at home. So when I get stuff that I don't want, it's like,
all right, let's not complain. Let's go positive.
Sorry,
Laundry Sauce. Go on.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. All right. Holy cow, Laundry Sauce. The stuff works. Okay. They're scented laundry pods.
Looks like a Tide Pod.
Looks like a Tide Pod. And I don't love, maybe they are like biodegradable. Laundry Sauce, tell me what's going on. I probably should.
They dissolve. The film that keeps the detergent dissolves completely in the water. Yes.
Okay.
That's how it opens up and lets it. I checked on this. Yes. And they are in a cardboard box.
Yeah, some pods are not so eco, but they have all different kinds of scents. There are some scents that I feel like are missing from their palette, like their profile.
Portfolio.
Yeah, their portfolio. Thank you. So
what did you use and love and raise a wand to?
I'm crazy about the Italian bergamot.
Yes.
It's so refreshing. And like, I'm telling you, I put it in with the sheets. The sheets, after they're dry, they smell like Italian bergamot, but like not, I would say bergamot. It's bergamot, right?
It's bergamot.
Yeah. I would say bergamot.
You make it French. I like that.
Bergamot. It holds on to the scent, but not in a way where like you want to scream, because there are some scented laundry detergents I've used where like, I'm like, I can't use this.
Oh, Gain? I know a Gain person on the subway 7 feet away.
No, I was meaning like the more like the posh ones. I've like gotten some of the posh ones, and I'm like, I'm choking.
I do like a scented laundry product, but yes, sometimes they can be overwhelming.
Gain, at least I know it's like, you did laundry.
No, I'm not in a bad way, but I know a Gain user.
Yeah, a Gain user.
What? I can smell it from like, it's just, and it's also one of those scents that's like in my memory. But so Laundry Sauce, you really like their bergamot?
I really like it. They have a rose one that I haven't tried. They didn't send the rose one, but I really, really like that. I bet you the rose one's like banging.
And they're very chic.
Yeah, they have all kinds of products.
Packaging.
I want to get the fabric refresher spray. They have fabric softener. Do you use fabric softener?
This is our new laundress after Laundress had all those issues and now she doesn't own it anymore and et cetera. Maybe Laundry Sauce is our new.
Maybe. The branding is quite
high-end.
masculine. Have you noticed the branding is quite, I think they're trying to be gender neutral probably.
Yeah. Clean.
It's
modern.
really nice though.
Luxurious.
Siberian pine was nice.
That's the one I just used on my sheets.
What'd you think?
And I love it. I loved it. I didn't even use fabric softener and it got them clean. I was worried because it was so fancy that it wasn't actually going to clean. And we're dirty people, we Sullivans. So Laundry Sauce, wait, raise a wand.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
I see you're high, and I'm going to go low real quick before we wrap this up. Simshiong rechargeable electric heated socks. Guys.
Ooh, that's not low. Wait, did you see that was low? This sounds fancy.
Okay, yeah. They're $42 on Amazon, which is a lot, I know. I am ridiculous. Something about me, I have Raynaud syndrome, which, whatever. It's like a circulatory thing. Your hands get freezing cold and turn white,
Yes.
Your feet get freezing. So winter is kind of tough for me. And I was like, why am I just at age 46, just trying my best to get through it? Let me see what other people do. So I went on Reddit, what is everybody doing? And a bunch of people recommended these heated socks. So I use them at home now, but here's what's really great. We went hiking last weekend and he was like, why don't you wear the heated socks? And I was like, why don't I?
How does it work?
They're regular cotton socks. They have these little channels throughout, and there's a tiny battery pack about the size of a pack of gum that you have to charge, but then you stick it in a little pocket that's on the side of your calf and plug it in. And they're constant, gentle heat, like the way those heat packs that you break open might, but are single use.
Yeah.
Like, you're making a bunch of waste. You could put it from 1 to 4 level heat. So if you put it on 4, like they're toasty, like you got a hot water bottle down there, and on 1, it's subtle. But they fit They're thicker than a regular sock, but not that much thicker. So I wore them in my hiking boots, put the little tiny battery packs on my ankles. Like you can't even feel it. It's not even a weight. The entire hike, and it was snowy.
Oh, pretty.
Usually my feet go stinging, and then just straight up numb.
Yeah.
And I just like clomp around on numb feet. But you know what? I'm hiking and I love it. These things kept my feet warm.
And you're not nervous about any kind of safety issue.
I know. It's weird, right? Like I have electric whatever. And so they're washable too. So you take the battery pack out to the charge. You wash the socks. I was like, are they not going to work anymore?
Yeah.
What was the safety thing you were thinking about?
Like
never washing them?
I don't know. Just I'm thinking electricity and no. I'm just thinking about electricity.
I don't know. It weirded me out a little bit, but then I was like, I want to be not uncomfortable anymore.
No, I'm with you. I love this. And I actually think there's some people I'm thinking about getting it for. We should have done this before the holidays. I wish you knew about this before the holidays.
I know. It's a lot to ask of someone because it's like, oh, this is the whole thing. And it feels very gimmicky. But hey, it works.
Like it.
So I'm raising a wand to the Sim Shi Young rechargeable electric heated socks. Get them if you are always having cold feet. Get them for friends that have cold feet. Wear them when you're hiking outdoors in the snow because I know that's a lot of something that the Fat Mascara listeners love to do. LOL.
No, you don't know. You don't know.
It's true.
I actually want to go hiking. I want to go hiking with you one day. I want you to take me on like a gentle hike.
I have the perfect gentle hike for you. You could even bring she would love it. I would point out all the animals to her.
Oh.
Yeah, on this hike, by the way, sorry, now everybody, you can just, you know what, have your beauty sleep and you can shut off. You're good if you like beauty. If you want to stick around for just more, Jen, sorry. I saw a raccoon eating clams.
Stop.
So there was a seashore area and the tide was out. So there were
Where were you?
all the mussels, Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge. Yeah. And so you can see out further. I was checking out the birds and stuff and I was like, what's that bird? And I looked closer on my binoculars and it was a raccoon foraging for mussels.
That is
adorable. It was the cutest thing I've ever seen and very much like, oh, right. Like this is the kind of thing you see on a nature documentary and you're like, where does that happen?
But it was right by you.
It happens right here in Queens, New York.
That's awesome.
It was so cool.
I want to go.
All right, you'll come with me.
I'll go with you.
Time.
Yeah, okay.
But get the socks first so your feet stay warm.
And I need boots. I need boots too.
If you're still with us, go get your beauty sleep. We love you. We'll see you on Friday.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
It's your reviews and feedback that help us make the podcast even better. Head over to iTunes to rate and review us or email your thoughts to info@fatmascara.com.
We also want to answer your beauty questions and hear what products you love. To share a Raise a Wand product review or to ask a beauty question, email us at info@fatmascara.
If you send it as a voice memo file, we can even share your voice on the podcast. You can also do that by leaving us a voice message. Our phone number in the United States is 646-481-8182.
Thanks so much for listening.